Hi, I'm Emma, and I want to tell you the story of how a suffering woman found healing in Jesus. This woman had a condition of bleeding, and it had been going on for a long time. The months had turned into years, and before long, she'd been suffering from this condition for 12 years. Imagine the fatigue. Imagine the exhaustion, the deep anemia that she must have been experiencing. She was in a desperate situation, and she needed healing. Doctors had tried to help her, but it just left her worse off, and now she'd spent all her money. She had nothing left. She had little hope. But she'd heard about Jesus. He'd been doing all kinds of amazing things in the surrounding area, and she'd heard stories of people being healed. This gave her hope. She heard a commotion outside and decided to go out and see what was going on. She roused her body. It took a lot of effort to get out to see what was happening. And she came across a crowd. This crowd were heading somewhere else. And she picked up from what they were saying that somebody's daughter was gravely ill and Jesus was on his way to go and heal her. Jesus is here, she thought. She knew that if she could just get close to him, that he could heal her. She just knew it deep inside of her. She didn't even really need to speak to Jesus. She felt like if she could just touch the hem of his garment, it would be enough to bring healing to her body. She was looking around as the crowd were moving, and then she saw him. She saw Jesus. And she reached out as he walked past. And she was able to touch the hem of his garment. And immediately her body was healed. Immediately the bleeding stopped. And her body was healed. Jesus stopped. He turned around and said, "Who touched me?" He knew something had happened. He knew that the healing had taken place. She fell to her feet and she just told him, it was me, I touched you. And he said something amazing. He said, "Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace and be healed of your disease." And she was. She met Jesus. And after 12 years of suffering, her life was totally transformed. As in him, she found healing.